Good afternoon, Shrikant sir. Good to go.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Shrikant sir. Your voice is in mute. You are in mute, sir. Shrikant sir, you are in mute.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Very good.
So, welcome to the session of Aarambh, where we are going to today. We have to discuss about the operational excellence while creating the AOPs, their importance, and what are the different factors has to be considered while creating AOP for the sales and distribution structure. So with us, we have Mr. Shrikant Pangarkar, and he's a senior consultant with the School of Inspirational Leadership, an excellent leader, author. Um, he had spearheaded many companies and IITN and IIM Ahmedabad alumni. So welcome, sir. Welcome to this fantastic group of people where they what are the queries if they have anything they can do. You got I would like you to share your entire experience with all the people to how to create and what are the importance of operations and distribution, sales and distribution while creating an AOP. So welcome, sir.
Thank you, Satish, for a nice introduction. Uh, First of all, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Welcome to this masterclass. It's a pleasure to meet you online. Yeah, it would be better to meet you physically on 18th and 19th of February. It's a wonderful event. This will be my fifth time that I'll be attending the event. It has many advantages. One is the guidance you get for making your annual operating plan. You get a lot of knowledge from the people who speak and give you presentations. And third thing, most important thing is you meet each other. When you meet each other, you learn from each other. And that is something which is very, very vital because you learn from the experience that other people have and you learn from the way people run their businesses. There are small businesses, big businesses, businesses which have gone from small to big, holding hand with SIL and their own experiences they share with you. So that is the advantage of uh, attending the Aarambh session. Many people have attended more than once, and most of them felt that it was worth your time. So let's begin. What we will do is basically I'll show you a very short presentation just to start the session, and then we would welcome the questions, whatever you have regarding Aarambh or regarding your business or regarding anything that you feel needs to be discussed. Is it okay with all of you? Okay. So shall I start sharing the presentation, Satish?
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. Oh, screen sharing has been disabled by the host. So please ask the host to enable it.
I'll do that. Screen sharing disable किया हुआ है सीधा. Okay, it's been enabled now. Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Can you see this? Can you see the first slide?
No, sir. अभी तक नहीं आया.
अच्छा, आ रहा है क्या?
Still not uploading.
नहीं आ रहा है?
No.
Very strange.
Right now?
It's SIL banner is there, no?
Okay. Now
Yeah,
is it
started.
coming?
Start. Yes,
Okay.
started.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are talking about Aarambh 25, which is 2025, and we are going to discuss optimizing operational and sales budgets. Okay. The first thing is, of course, we make the operational budget, that is the AOP. AOP is annual operating plan, which has uh, more things than the budget, but we are talking today about the budget, operational and sales budget. I just share with you a standard slide which I came across. Can you see the slide? Sample business plan. It is the simplest form in which the budget is made. What you will do is much more elaborate. Can you see the business plan?
Yes, we
Can you
can.
see, Satish?
Yes, sir. we
Yes,
can.
yes.
Okay. See, this is a very simple thing. If you see there is a gray area, there is a pink area, and there's a yellow area. The gray area talks about the revenue side. There are four types of products, and what we have done is number of units, the quantitative plan. Second is price per unit. Why I have made it separate is because the price may change over time. And then if the price changes, then you can make the change and it will calculate automatically all the figures because it's in Excel. The total revenue of product one and similarly for all the four products. Then all this leads to the final revenue figure. Now, the next part, which is the pink part, it is the expenses part. Now, the first, if you are in a manufacturing area, then the total cost of goods, that is the bought out material, whatever you buy the goods and services, that is the cost of goods sold. The next one is if you are manufacturing, then the total cost of manufacturing. It includes everything, whatever you spend in manufacturing the product, all those costs should be accumulated and put into manufacturing cost, direct labor, inventory cost, and things like that. So why I have simplified this is because you will always learn through the budget format, which is shared by SIL with you, and you will do your own budget and bring it there for the experts to look at your budgets and to guide wherever you have some problem, if you have. The next one is the total employee cost. Employee cost besides manufacturing labor. So that employee cost is to be factored in. Next is factory overhead. See, in many companies, there are two distinct places. One is factory, second is office. So office could be branch office, it could be head office, it could be area office. Factory overhead, which means whatever expenses cannot be attributed directly to the products, they are called overheads. Many of you will find it very elementary, but I thought I might as well explain to you how this slide is made. The next one is finance cost. Whatever you invest, that cost, the money costs something. If you have borrowed, then it is interest cost. And that portion of the expense which is cost for getting the money from outside is called the finance cost. The next one is the marketing and selling cost. All the costs related to marketing and sales, including outward logistics, they go as marketing and selling cost. Total office overhead. The office is obviously overhead because the office is generally common for all products and factories. So that is the next cost. All these broad factors lead you to the total cost of goods sold, and the difference between the revenue and the total cost is the profit before tax, isn't it? So this is in nutshell the business plan. What you will do is much more elaborate because the format is far more elaborate as compared to this. But just this was just to explain to you the starting point of business planning. In this, we have written FY1, etc. If you're making a 5 year business plan, then this is the format. If you're making a yearly business plan, this FY will become month one, month two, month three, or quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, etc. So the format doesn't change if you change the period of your planning. Let's go to the second slide. Can you see the second slide? Has it come?
Yes, yes.
Okay. This is the profit and loss account of actual company. The company is Tata Motors. Okay. The purpose of showing this slide is these are the operational costs. Cost of materials consumed, purchases for products for sale. Whenever you are doing trading, changes in inventory. That is a formula. Employee benefits expense, finance cost, foreign exchange loss. If you import and export, you may incur foreign exchange profit or foreign exchange loss. Then depreciation and amortization expense, which is a notional expense, but it is taken as an expense. Other expenses, this is a catch-all phrase where you club all the other expenses which are not in the above heads, and you can forget amount transfer to capital and other account, etc. That is there for those corporate companies. So what you see here, whatever is written here is all operational expenses. Okay. You can say finance cost is not exactly operational, but anyway, you use the money for operations. So the point is, the plan that you make, AOP, will contain most of these, or probably all of these. And we need to budget for all such expenses which are connected with your operations. And since this is a large amount of expense, typically, if you look at an engineering product, the cost of material comes to about 62%, and then, but the final profit is just about 10 to 12% of the selling price. So, majority of the expenses fall in operations. The remaining ones, of course, are sales and marketing, and the non-production employee costs, which are expense, and the third one is finance. So why in this session we are concentrating on the operational cost? Because these are many heads, and each one of them is capable of being optimized. What we want to see is how to optimize the things so that your bottom line becomes healthier. That is the purpose of this exercise. Let's go to the next slide. See, this is the concept of optimization. See, the optimization means you are at a particular expense level, you are at a particular operational efficiency level, at a profit level. If you keep on improving things, like if you keep on improving your revenues, if you keep on reducing your costs, and you keep on reducing your process costs, then you are optimizing the operations. And the path to this is spiral. You start at this point, and then you see, you start here. Suppose today the current position is here, and then you go slowly along this spiral path, and your aim is to go to the center position. So this is the concept of optimization. It's a slow process. It's not a direct path from this place to this place. That is not possible. So you go slowly like this. This is like, when you uh, travel by any vehicle and you try to scale over a mountain, then you go round and round and round and go up and then come down, isn't it, on the other side? This is a similar concept. You don't come down, but you go up. So this is what is optimization, and we will aim to optimize all your expenses which form the operational budget. That is why I thought I will explain to you the concept. And see, the main plank of optimization is continuous improvement. Continuous improvement in all the processes that we undertake for our business operations. And each process is amenable to improvement, because in first shot, you may not reach the best position. And this continuous improvement is unending, frankly, because you can always improve on this. If you see in the in real life, you can see the automobiles or even the airplanes. How do they optimize? They reduce the fuel cost, the operating cost. They make them more durable, less repairs. So all these fields are subject to improvement, and ultimately the business will win if you are optimized with respect to others. If they also optimize, then you have to do even further. And this is a unending process till you find that the cost of improvement is more than the benefit of improvement. So that is the place you stop the action of improvement and you look for some other avenue to improve. Okay. In theory, operational excellence is defined like this. The central theme of any business is the voice of the customer. What he needs, what he feels, how he perceives your product, how he perceives your service, and how he perceives your relationship. So the voice of the customer is the central figure. Everyone tries to satisfy or delight the customer. Now, there are various factors in this. First is you have to see every time, even in Burning Desire, they would have told you, you have to make a strategy development. We help you create your vision, set priorities, deploy resources properly, and stay focused on the goals. That is the first thing. You must decide where to go. If you embark on a journey, you must know where you are going. So the first thing is to fix the destination. Now, this destination is also transient. Suppose you, like you said, people are expanding and you grow from 100 crores to 200 crores. As soon as you reach 200 crores, you start thinking about how to reach 300 crores and things like that. You would have watched a video where ECU was saying they're talking about 5,000 crores in 2030. Okay. So everyone must be having his own vision, his own goals, because there is no alternative to growth. See, the simple principle in any business is grow or perish. There is no third way. Either you go up or you go down. So if you want to go down, obviously nothing needs to be done. Automatically it will happen. But if you want to go up, then you have to make specific efforts in a particular direction to make sure that you achieve what you are set to achieve. Now, so the first thing is the strategy deployment, how to Once you have set the goal, how to go there? When you are on a journey, you make a strategy how you will reach the destination, either fastest by best road, with minimum time, with more comfort and things like that, isn't it? Similarly, here also, we have to set the parameters which will take us to our destination. The next one is performance measurement. We help you translate strategic or operational objectives into measurable success indicators. See, once you have decided how to go and set the timetable for that, you must check whether you are moving the way you have planned or not. So this is performance measurement. If the performance is not okay, then you will have to take corrective measures. So this is the second part. The third is process excellence. Each process is important and you have to improve each process independently. The best in class products and services to your customers can be given only if your total business elements are in excellence mode. If something is not in excellence mode, then you have to make it excellent. Oh, Satish, there is a message. Subodh Pitkar wants to be a panelist.
Okay,
And Kishore, okay, and Kishore Inge.
that's been done.
Okay, good. I missed it. Just a minute. Okay, so this then the next one is, see, if you want to succeed and in a business, obviously you are not doing it alone. You have a team, and the amount of work the team contributes is very, very significant. And therefore, we must have the teams which are highly proficient and high performing. If you have a good team, obviously the whole business will do well. Look at the big businesses. If you see Ambani Empire, he can't do everything himself. So he has teams, he has people in between who manage teams and things like that. So as you grow, building teams is a very important responsibility of the owner or the leader. The next one is the change management. See, as the organization grows, everything changes. The culture changes, the size changes, the methods change, and the way you work and relate with each other also changes. So all these factors you have to keep doing to move on the path of excellence. See, I made a simple small table, which I won't say is exhaustive, but it could be useful as a starting point. When you want to make business improvements and optimize the operations, there are certain things you should ask, which I will say self evaluation. How am I doing with respect to what I want to do? It is not benchmarking with others. I am benchmarking with my own ideas. So here you will see the way it is written. The first, he is facing problems since when, whether it is a chronic or whether it is temporary. Second is the what, according to my own evaluation, how is the severity? Is it very severe or it is not so severe? Because if it is severe, then it is a top priority correction. If it is not so severe, then obviously it will take a second place. Now, there are some factors which we need to evaluate ourselves. Okay. The first is business and sales and demand related areas. What are the various factors? Business growth, demand not satisfactory. You are growing, but not good as compared to what you would like to be. Or the demand which you have today is not as good as you want. So then, if this is the problem, see, each problem has a different solution. So if you the the axiom is, if you have the right problem, if you identify the right problem, then you come to the right solution. If you identify a wrong problem, obviously you will come with a wrong solution. Second is, which many SMEs face, is low margins due to competition. I don't know whether you face or not, but many companies face this. The reason being that if you do not have a unique value proposition, you will sell a Me Too service or product. If you have a Me Too service and product, and if there is a lot of competition, obviously people will try to get business by reducing price. And reducing price is a bottomless pit, because you start losing the margins and get into more and more difficulties. Okay. The next one is marketing success not okay. Obvious solution is you need to tone up your marketing. The last one is customer dominance. SMEs find one common problem, that their customers are bigger than them. And if they are bigger, obviously they try to run roughshod with the vendors, because there is competition. They would like to reduce your margins and they would like to dominate you. The next area is product portfolio. What is the share of runners, repeaters, and strangers? The products which come every month, every day are runners. Ones which come slightly infrequently, like once in 2 months, once in 3 months, are repeaters, and strangers are once a year or once in 6 months and things like that. So the more runners you have, the more you have. So the basic focus should be to make more runners so that the business runs smoothly. Okay, the next one is customer satisfaction in product quality. We have to keep gauging that based on, number one, interaction with the customer, and number two, our rejection, rework rates, etc. Same thing is consistency of product and process quality. See, the point is that if you have consistent product quality and process quality, the customer is happy with your supplies and you get less problems. The next one is basically finance related, which is known to most of the SMEs, and that is cash flow cycle long and not consistent, working capital shortage, fund shortage for capital expenditure. These are, I need not explain anything in this. If you want, then you can ask a question and I can answer that. Okay. The next one is manpower related. Manpower is unstable. People keep changing, because at that level and at that skill level, the people change for very low change in the emoluments, or a little bit of discomfort and they will change. So this is something which is important, because your investment in the man is much more than his investment in you. See, he can simply shift. It's like changing a house. But if you have built the house, you can't change. So similarly, here your investment is, you have trained him, you have given him the skills to do some job. But when he goes away, he takes those skills to the other person. And if you are unlucky, he will take it to the competitor. Okay. The next one is equipment related. See, many companies have good equipment, many companies have not so good equipment. If you don't have not so good equipment, it will give you lots of problems of breakdowns, the quality levels and things like that. So all these, the next one is, of course, government regulation. This is almost common to everyone. Now, of course, it has reduced a little bit, but it used to be terrible. I have run a company. I know how it is and how the government agencies can be troublesome. So, and then any other problems. So this is basically a table for self-evaluation. If you sincerely evaluate your present condition on all these factors and more if you have specific to your business, then once you have prioritized them, you can go for solutions either yourself or in consultation. Now this is the this is a format for the operational excellence budget. You know, what we are doing here, we have taken some common processes in manufacturing. If you are in trading, some of them will apply, which some of them will not apply. Because, see, supply chain management, this is the first one. This is applicable to a business which is manufacturing because you buy the materials to manufacture. If you are trading, then the uh, supply chain becomes far more important for the simple reason that your major cost is buying cost. Now, in supply chain, there are some sub functions I have made here. First is the materials planning and inventory control. Here, uh, if you make your AOP and if you follow your AOP, then obviously you will know what kind of materials are required when. So you should plan your materials and then you get time to procure them in advance so that your production does not suffer. And second is inventory control. If you buy too much material, you have invested money, it costs, and the cost of keeping the goods is high. So whatever is the process that you are following for these functions, you have to find out if there are any weaknesses. See, I don't mean weakness in a normal sense, but wherever improvement can be made, that I will term as that area is a weakness as of now. And you can improve and make it better. So from weakness to strength. What kind of improvement you are planning and the cost of that improvement. You have see every improvement may cost something. It may be less, it may be more, it may be significant. In that case, you have to find what is the cost of that improvement. Suppose you buy a computer system for materials planning, then the cost is involved, how much it will benefit, and you have to monetize the benefit. How much is the benefit? And decide whether it is worth it or not, and how much saving you will do per year. Okay. Now, this is all I am doing it in terms of money so that you can make a decision. Vendor development, multi-vendoring. Why I have put it as a cost? Because if you have seen Japanese companies term the vendors as their own shops outside, and they spend a lot of time and money in developing the vendors. This is the area which is very important because if you don't have good vendors, the chances of running your business smoothly reduce. Procurement, it's a major cost, and there are so many ways you can reduce the procurement costs. Next is warehouse. The warehouse is a place where you keep all your materials. So if you have an organized warehouse, lot of visual control can be done, and you can save a lot of money by visual control. And the last is accounting for materials. Since this here it is accounting of materials. See, many companies in the SME sector don't have formal methods of accounting for materials. They know generally that everything is okay, but there is no way to know whether it is generally okay or not. So all these areas are amenable to improvements. What is important for you, what is not important for you is your own judgment. The next one is manufacturing, material consumption and waste control, direct and indirect. This is a very obvious area where you can do well. Quality is second one, where rejection and rework needs to be reduced. Third one is direct labor and indirect labor, how to reduce it either by mechanization or improvement in handling methods and things like that. The next one is power. Many people have used different methods to save power, and that's a significant portion of your manufacturing cost. Many times, see, power tariffs keep going up, so this cost keeps going up, and you have to keep it under control by various methods, by having better equipment, by having power factor correctors, and things like that. Machine utilization, this depends on number one, availability of material, availability of orders, and availability of manpower. Tools and fixtures, this is a very significant portion where you can make improvements. I have done it in many companies and saved a lot of money. There was a company, an old company, but very renowned company in rubber items manufacturing. We reduced the rejection rate from 11% to 4% by just changing the tools and fixtures. And in manufacturing, there are several areas, so any other areas. Quality is quality assurance tools and quality assurance plans, and skills to assure quality. Design equipment, upgrade, skill improvements. If you don't have designing skill or designing equipment, you have to subcontract. And that is a very expensive proposition. So this one is also available for improvements. New product development. See, this is a very big plus point for any business. If you can design and develop new products, you can expand your businesses, you can diversify your businesses, and if you are facing a lot of competition in some of the products, you can add new products and reduce competition, increase margins, and get better profits. And the last but not the least is innovation and continuous improvement. This is an area which is absolutely unending. You can keep on innovating everything. I mean, right from how your gate operates till how your machine operates. So all these areas, if you keep your eyes and ears open, then you can make a lot of improvements, save money, improve efficiency, move towards excellence, be more competitive, and be more profitable. So this is the end of the presentation. Now I am open to questions if you have any. Okay.
Anybody who wants to ask any kind of questions, it is very important when we are doing a budgeting. The probing is more important, because if we keep discussing, keep asking the right questions, or if we don't ask any questions, there is a possibility we can skip the things, and every single penny counts when it comes to the business.
We can implement to improve inventory management. maybe for a 3 month cycle for a solar manufacturer like us, which will improve our operational SCM challenges and reduce cost. And I think this will definitely lead to business improvements and growth. As inventory management is a very key for us, as known by
Yes,
Shrikant sir very much.
I know very much. Uh, True. I mean, see, inventory management is easy to do, but then if you take the right actions, and it is possible. As I said, materials planning is a very important part of inventory because inventory control and materials planning go together. So if you have your production plan, demand plan, then you can manage inventories very well. So it's an integrated process, right from forecasting till executing the order. If you forecast well, if you plan well, then you can manage inventory very well.
But if suppose for a 3 month cycle for a company like us, maybe how will benefit? Because if you see the large part of the sales comes in the last quarter, but if we start taking actions right in the beginning, how it will help, sir?
See, last part means you are talking about the fourth quarter surge.
Yeah, yeah, fourth quarter.
Yeah, but then see, if it is fourth quarter surge, you have to start preparing for it from much earlier. Now, see, you know ABC class of materials, isn't it?
Yes.
So what one does, see, what happens is majority of the times the production gets stuck for C class items because A class everyone looks for.
Yeah.
C class, which is what will stop. And the first principle is make C class items available all the time. That is the first principle. Second, buy A class items whenever they are going to be consumed. You can give weekly schedules, you can give fortnightly schedules, depending upon the reliability of the vendor, reliability of the transport. The logistics can spoil your plans. So, depending on the reliability of all these factors, you can plan in such a manner that high value materials comes just in time concept in short. So just in time differs from person to person, from factory to factory. So wherever you feel comfortable, it should come just before your use. Then you can save money.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else?
Yes,
Yeah.
Mr. Atul, please.
Having question related to data analysis.
Okay.
Is play a big role in optimization of distribution and this sales budgeting?
Yes,
Data is
for
the
sure.
most important thing.
It's a critical and integral part. If you want to take a right decision, if you do not mine the data properly, see, everything has an vantage points. So in that scenario, if we look the data only from one side, it will not give you an exact result. You have to manipulate the data with multiple vantage points to get the exact outcome. Then only you can plan a proper projection when it comes to distribution. See, if you want to go to GTM strategy has to be created, and you are into a distribution space. In that scenario, is I am there in my TAM. My total addressable market has been covered or not. How you are going to know about this total TAM has been covered? It is by the way of data which you have extracted from the marketplace or from any resources or sources which is there in the open web space. So you can just collect that data on the basis of the market demand, market need, and the kind of products you are going to service it up. So that's how you make yourself present. Am I in the right market, right fit, market fit products? All those things can be derived only with the help of data. धर्मेश जी आपने भी कुछ बोल रहे थे.
So my question was, a lot of time we are discussing in for manufacturing and everything. Okay. And I'm from retail. So what I'm saying is very less of discussion happens on retail front, something like that. Okay. So will it be something similar in those 2 days also?
No, it is individual specific. It has to be an individual product, company specific discussion happens. We will be discussing why happened this. You are only from retail, so you can ask any question. Generic happens there. The most of the people are into manufacturing business backgrounds. So that's the only reason that gives this kind of notion. But technically and in actual, this is a case like individual one-on-one attention has to be given to each person. So if your retail space will be taken care by the retail perspective only, not with the manufacturing perspective. Yes, Desai sir, आप कुछ.
Yeah, see, conventionally, we are also like how Dharmesh was saying, we are into also in this channel sales business, but if you look to the technologies which are coming in supply chain and efficiency are like I would like to have an update on that. What are the new technologies which we can apply so that our efficiency of the channel as well as overall chain visibility will improve?
Satish, you are answering this or?
No, you can.
Okay. See, it's like this. The goods have to physically go to the channel partners,
Yes.
isn't it? And the goods have to reach him when he needs it. Now, for that, two things are required. As Atul said, you need data, what he wants and when. And secondly, you have to make it at that time available to him, isn't it? So all this requires planning. And this planning, as the company grows, the planning cannot be done manually. So basically, the technology comes in information handling. Okay. And improving the logistics methods. There are in India, there are various types of logistics methods available. Each one has its own advantage and otherwise. So if you have your channel partners in different places, you have to find out which is the best way to send the material to you so that it reaches without damage and reliably. Isn't it? So in that, there is no technology, but you have to gather data and keep the history with you, which method has been better than the other and why. So if you optimize these methods, obviously you will keep your channel partners happy and your business growing. If there is a problem in reaching your material to him on time, obviously you are at a disadvantage. But if you keep experimenting with other logistics methods and find out the most suitable method for reaching your customer, then the business will grow very well.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Atul, you're still there? Want to ask
Yeah.
something? Yeah.
Related to the question which was asked by Swanand, what best practices should we follow for packaging and this material handling or handling of material?
Which space you are dealing with?
In
He's in
solar
ECE.
EC. Yeah.
Okay.
ECE, he's at ECE.
Okay. No, I was not aware, so that's the reason I asked. This is my
No,
first.
I've not met him, but I know he has joined.
Okay. Yes, sir. Shrikant sir.
See, packaging is basically dependent on the product that you have. Okay.
My,
What
my,
is the
my,
purpose of
my question is related to the what best practices should we follow for material handling and packaging purpose?
see uh, there is no universal solution. It is all tailored solution.
Mm.
Because see the way they pack televisions, the way they pack refrigerators, they are different, isn't it? Because each product has got some delicate things, fragile. So the packing will depend on the type of product, what is fragile and what is robust. And people develop, like I worked for uh, VIP suitcase industry. These suitcases had to be delivered all over India, and they were packed in cardboard cartons. They were not packed in wooden boxes or wooden crates. So we had to test the cartons in such a manner. There are standards. You have to keep filled cartons one over another, the stack of seven. And with all that load, the bottommost carton must not get affected. So these are the tests which one does. People do rolling tests. They throw the item from the truck and see whether the packing breaks or not, or whether the material inside gets damaged or not. So the packing there are no such packing standards which are universally applicable to all products. It depends upon the product. It depends upon where you want to send it. If it goes to stations which are on a main road, good highways, then the packing you can save on that. If it goes to rural areas, the roads are bad, then the packing is different. The whole purpose is to reach the product to the customer without damage. Anything else?
Yeah, Mr. Sanand.
Yeah. So what happens, normally we analyze ourselves, like the data what we have. Say in our business, how the optimizing our distribution and sale. But if we do the data analysis, what role it will play for us as an organization in optimizing distribution and sales budgets?
Okay. See, once I see the data, I can give you some solutions. But data always helps. In operations research, there are algorithms which tell you how to optimize. But without seeing the data, it is very difficult. But based on data and common sense, you can optimize very well. That much I can tell you.
I mean to say, sir, as you know, our company as a whole, say, let us take an example. If it, say, for example, we have some data for optimizing our projects. Like in my first question, I asked that we are running in only in one quarter, and all 3 quarters are just like that. So if I have to fill in first 3 quarters sale, maybe if suppose my budget will do the sale in first 3 quarters. So how can I do that? That's my basic question.
See, this low season, high season is in every product. Something that even the automobiles, they have Diwali Dhamaka, Dasara Dhamaka, then Gudi Padwa Dhamaka, and things like that. So people keep giving some concessions for off-season sales,
Yeah.
isn't it? So the same kind of schemes you will have to float so that people are motivated to buy earlier. Actually, it is very surprising why solar panels are seasonal. Except for rainy season, all the other seasons have sunshine and good light. So people should buy. And if you buy 1 month in advance, you save that much money. So why it goes in the last quarter? I think even the effort to sell is much more in the last quarter because you have to meet the annual budget. I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
I tell people that you must divide your sales plan in 4 quarters. Okay. Uh, I was running a company. What we used to do is, suppose the total budget is 100%. We say in the first quarter, we do 15%. Second quarter, we do 25%. So in the first half, you do 40%, not 50%. Third quarter, you do 30%, so 70%. And fourth quarter, 30%. That is fairly uniform. But if you break your budget month-wise and stick to it, you will not have this problem.
So that is why data analytics plays a very important.
Yes, very important, very important. I have done this.
Yeah.
I have done this. We used to specifically target numbers according to this formula.
Sir, I will require your help in this case for the next year.
Sure. You know what happens is in Europe, this month concept comes from British, which we have inherited. In Europe, there is no month. It's week. First week, second week, 26th week, and 52nd week. So they have weekly targets. It's not that it's not seasonal, but wherever there are lean periods, people make extra efforts to fill in that gap. And if you are manufacturing and if your forecasting is better, you can manufacture and keep them. At least the remaining part, not the high value.
And we'll have balanced pressure all the year, like
correct.
Have extreme pressure at the end. And
right. That is the main thing. Yeah.
I want to add here for Mr. Salman, or for everybody out here, why the data is critical. When we have data month-wise, year-wise, quarter-wise, whatever it may be, it is help us as much as data if we can collate. It has become very easy to find out a regression factor. In simple statistics, when we have to have a R value of any data, then we understand the seasonality mix. Then we extrapolate and go for a projection. We know exactly which month is going to contribute which to the business in terms of the value or in revenue.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to derive the R value, we need to have as long, as lengthy as data is possible. So that is why data analysis becomes paramount for everybody and anybody, any business.
There is a question by Nikita Parab. Can you please guide for service sector? Nikita, can you be slightly more specific? Guide means in what? Hello? Nikita Parab has asked a question. Is the person there? Hello? I think asked the question and maybe.
She's there in the attendees, sir. I'm able to see her.
Okay. Can you ask Nikita? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sir, Nikita has allowed to talk. We have given the permission to talk.
Okay, so let her talk. At least I can't hear her.
Just put on the mic.
Yeah, Nikita, tell me. Hello?
Hello, sir. Myself Pratipada. Sorry.
There is a background noise, some kind of echo. I don't know the reason.
It's two devices kept together. That's the reason.
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, by अभी कहाँ से आ रहा है?
लैपटॉप के स्पीकर को ऑफ कर दीजिए एक डिवाइस के.
Oh, something wrong with the
The two devices kept
microphone.
simultaneously. No, that's the two devices has been kept simultaneously. So has to mute and the speaker both has to be done.
There is some issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, myself Pratibhada, we wanted to have whatever guidance today we were listening. It was we found it like it is something related to manufacturing industry. We wanted to have a more idea about the operational processes and operational processes regarding service industry. So
Can you tell me which industry
would be better
you
if
are
you
running?
could guide us for this
We will
particular
guide you, but you tell me
thing.
which industry you are in.
We are into the service industry.
Okay. And are you facing any specific problems where you need guidance?
Service industry, sir. Am I audible?
I know. Yeah, you are very much audible. I understood the service, but there are so many service industries. What is the specific service industry you are talking about? It can't be confidential. You are running a business. So, what is the industry that you are running? What is the business you are running? Hello? Hello?
Okay, next, by the time Pratibhada comes back, you can have any other questions, please.
I want to take one call, which is slightly urgent. Yes, I'll mute myself.
Satish sir, if there is no question, we can move ahead and
Yep.
end the call.
Yes. If there's any other questions, please, we'll take it up. Else we can wind up the call. It was a pleasure having you guys patiently listen what Shrikant sir has to share with each of us. And data mining, operational excellences, all these things become, it has to translate in terms of numbers while we are doing the AOP budgeting. So I hope that it was more like what Nikita and Pratibhada and Dharmesh ji was saying about that this is more into the manufacturing, because the discussion, mostly the people are come from that kind of background. So if you have anything specific, do reach to us. We are here to happy and to serve you, to guide you, and to be a participate in your entire journey. So thank you very much. Thank you, Shrikant sir, for taking out and carving the time for this session. And thanks everybody. Thank you very much.
Okay. Shall we close the session, Satish?
Yes.